Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and it's time for my weekly comic book review. These comics came out September 12th, 2012. Let's kick it off with continuing Zero Month DC Comics. Alright, first off, Superboy number 0. This issue just basically retells the events of issue 1 through the eyes of Harvest, the head of Nowhere. And basically, what happens is Harvest reveals that he knew about the Kryptonian Clone Wars and how they were led by a rogue clone named Khan, and that led him for inspiration to create Superboy. And also, while Superboy was going through those virtual simulations run by Caitlin Fairchild, Harvest implanted his own simulations in Superboy's subconscious, stuff that included him leading the clone army on Krypton, and also Superman beating him up because he was different. Really, that's what happens here. I'd say skip this, honestly, because it does not really... just shows that Harvest messed with Superboy's brain when he was at Nowhere. I mean, who could have guessed that? Who couldn't have guessed that? And also, it's just basically... it's basically not important at all, because... I mean, the clone... Because, there was a clone rebellion on Krypton, but I remember Superman telling Superboy about that once, and then giving him his name Kano, back in the original DC universe. But no, that's no longer the case. And again, the good thing about Zero issues is you can just skip these. So I would say you should probably definitely skip this one. Alright, moving right along. Batman number 0. Basically, takes place 6 years ago. Bruce isn't in the Batsuit yet. He doesn't have his Batsuit costume. Well, he does have all his equipment, but he just doesn't have the Bat motive behind it yet. Basically, what happens is Bruce tries to infiltrate the Red Hood gang, but it ends with disaster. And then he makes his way back to, and this is interesting. He's not living at Wayne Manor, and there's no Batcave. It's more like he's living in a brownstone and crime alley, so that he could be close to where his parents were, so that he could sort of be close to where his parents were killed and remind him why he does this. And the Batcave in this is pretty much just an underground bunker. And eventually, while Bruce is practicing with a boomerang, which I assume is an early model of a batarang, Commissioner Gordon shows up and tells Wayne about how there's this vigilante going along and stuff, and it does seem like Gordon is implying that it is Bruce Wayne. But that's it. And also after Bruce and Gordon end their little conversation, the Red Hood gang is starting to stake out Bruce Wayne's brownstone. And then it says, to be continued in 2013. Well, it's good to know that this isn't the full story, because I think it would have been difficult to sum up Batman's first year in just one issue, because that would have been very difficult. Second of all, my main beef with this is that I thought most of the Bat stuff would stay in continuity, because Batman wasn't really affected by the relaunch, so I figured at least Batman Year 1 would still be, in line with this, but I guess not. And that sucks, because Batman Year 1 is one of my favorite Batman story arcs. And also, this issue does feature a backup of Commissioner Gordon's... the first night Commissioner Gordon lit up the bat signal, and we're also given previews as to what Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Tim Drake were like before they each became Robin. And another thing this is another thing I have a beef with. Dick, Jason, and Tim all look almost exactly the same. Like, I'm not the same age. I mean, I think Tim might be a little younger than them, but they just look exactly the same. And that's kind of what goes against this whole, Batman went through three Robins within 5 years. And how did it happen? Just saying, that doesn't really give it much time to explain how exactly Batman could have gone through 3 Robins. But again, they said this story would be continued in 2013, and next week the Zero issue for Nightwing is going to come out, so we'll get to know what Dick Grayson's origin in the new DCU is like. Also, Also, as far as I do look forward to this continuing year one in 2013 because I think because even though I do like year one, Scott Snyder has done an amazing job on Batman. He hasn't steered me wrong, so I trust what he's doing. Okay, moving along, we have Marvel Captain America number 17. Sharon Carter and Dum Dum Dugan. Okay, basically, Captain America and S.H.I.E.L.D. discover where the signal's being broadcast, and they also discover that who's behind all this. It's Bravo at Hydra and stuff. And so Sharon Carter and Dum Dum Dugan lead a squad of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents to the satellite where Baron Zemo is broadcasting the signal that's causing all the riots across the world, and Captain America and some other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents go to Hydra Island, and they get in the middle. And right when they get there, they start to get in the middle of a dogfight. And back on Earth, though, Falcon and Diamondback are trying to stop the riots, but then they discover that the signal's stronger now because Hydra launched some probes onto some like giant mad bomb like probes across the universe. So now, originally the signal was being broadcast through television, but now since everyone's out in the street, they're maintaining the signal by launching individual probes to keep the signal afloat. All I can say, well, not really. Now Captain America knows who's behind all this, so he's finally doing something about it. That's all I can say about this. If you're still reading this story arc, I would say keep at it because this Captain America series only has two more issues left until Marvel Now comes out. Then we're back at number 1. So I'd say stick with this for now. All right, Scarlet Spider number 9. Kane and the superhero team the Rangers deal with the energy being that Raxon apparently dug up during one of their oil drilling expeditions. An energy being called Mammon, and during the fight, Kane is able to remove the host from Mammon's energy signal, but then Mammon possesses the CEO of Raxon, who we know from the last issue has a crazy daughter, and so Kane figures out that the only way to stop Mammon is to pretty much bury him alive again. So. And that seems really weird since he's an energy being, but apparently it works because Kane is able to bury the guy deep in oil, in like a giant oil well, and that will and also save the CEO of Raxon. But the CEO is now in a coma, and afterwards, Kane decides the Rangers do kind of offer Kane membership on their team, but he just punches the leader and gets out of there. That was great. And also in the last few pages, the CEO's daughter, Zoe, since her father's in a coma, she blames the Scarlet Spider. And then she said that she's vowing revenge. And apparently she must have a photographic memory because she's able to sketch Kane without his mask perfectly. Alright, well, I'm glad this story arc is over. The whole Rangers thing, because it was really ridiculous. It just felt really dull and boring at times, especially in this issue. And I think it was just to kill enough time until we get to next month's crossover with Venom, which will be Minimum Carnage, which I'm looking forward to. So, I'd say skip this issue if you haven't exactly decided whether or not you want to get this series. I would say wait till next month when Minimum Carnage starts, because then you'll probably like it a little better. Alright, number 16, Wolverine the X-Men. This one focuses on the Hellfire Kids Club. Basically, back at the start of around the middle of Avengers vs. X-Men, when the Phoenix Five apparently found the Hellfire Kids Club, they destroyed all their Sentinels, and instead of killing the kids, because they figured, hey, they're just kids, they sent them to prison. But then the kids escaped prison, and now they're making their way to Westchester to the Jean Grey School. Just skip this issue. Okay, if you really hate the Hellfire Kids Club, just skip this. Okay, just skip this, skip the next issue, and at least until probably AVX is over. Then start picking the series up again. But for now, if you've been looking to save some money in your comic budget, and you can probably skip Wolverine the X-Men for the next few issues until after we get through Avengers vs. X-Men, because then things will probably pick up after that. Alright, last comic. Marvel's big event, Avengers vs. X-Men, round 11. Alright, Captain America. The issue starts off with Captain America getting the Hulk to join them, and I mean Green Hulk, the original Hulk, not Red Hulk. And then Rogue brings all the other X-Men, all the other mutants from Utopia, and I think from the Jean Grey School, to where the Avengers and Professor Xavier are, and then Professor Xavier decides to lead the assault on Cyclops, and Xavier's really doing a good job during the fight, because he's able to telepathically hold Cyclops down, which is amazing, especially considering Cyclops' powers. But unfortunately, Cyclops then breaks free, and then he attacks Emma Frost and absorbs her Phoenix power. Then he kills Charles Xavier, and after that moment, Cyclops has finally been broken, and he's now officially the Dark Phoenix. Okay, Avengers vs. number 11. Well, and now there is only one. Cyclops has definitely done some bad stuff in the past few months, and now this is probably the worst. Okay, I said it before, and I say it again. I knew something in this series would drive Cyclops insane, something bad. He would do something bad that would probably, after this, make him quit the X-Men, quit everything, probably just go into exile or something, and, well, killing Charles Xavier, the guy who's practically like a father to him, that's the case. And again, he does kind of make a little reference to how Jean Grey felt, because right before he becomes Dark Phoenix, he thinks, wait, this is probably how Jean felt, and then boom, Dark Phoenix. And the thing about it, the main point that I think everyone's focusing on this issue is the death of Charles Xavier. But here's the thing, though, I do think it sucks, but I don't feel as bad about it because, well, these are comic books. Death is a revolving door, so I don't know, probably in a couple of years, Charles will be back. And for a minute there, I thought Emma Frost was dead. I did. I really thought when Cyclops absorbed her powers, she was killed. But no, she was still alive. I don't get it. Why can't we kill both? Why couldn't you have just killed both of them? I mean, I get that you had to kill Charles Xavier so that Cyclops would finally, reach his breaking point, but why couldn't you have killed Emma Frost too? Just saying. That's all. But nevertheless, Avengers vs. X-Men has been an awesome event. This has been pretty much I'd say that for Cyclops, this is the no turning back point, because if he does break free from the Phoenix, he's definitely not going to be back on the X-Men anytime soon. And, well, alright, that's it for my comic review this week. Thank you for watching. Quick rundown. Avengers vs. X-Men, round 11. Cyclops kills Professor Xavier and finally turns into Dark Phoenix. Shit's getting real. Wolverine the X-Men, number 16. If you hate the Hellfire Club, skip it. Scarlet Spider, number 9. Basically the end to a pretty dull story arc. Next issue, things should pick up with Minimum Carnage. I'm looking forward to that. Captain America, number 17. Captain America, Sharon Carter have finally figured out where the signal's coming from. They're going to confront Hydra, Baron Zemo, and Bravo. Stick around to see the ending. Batman number 8. We get a taste of what Bruce's first year back in Gotham was like. Can't wait. And hopefully this will continue in 2013 and Scott Snyder won't steer us wrong. Superboy number 8. Just issue 1 from a different perspective. I would say skip it. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. Spider-Man 1991 saying see you later.